It's me, it's TRG, the Ramblin Gambler, and this is Casino Kombat Boot Kamp. Yes, we spell combat and camp with a K. Boot Kamp takes the gambling ideas from the Casino Kombat podcast and breaks them down into short, detailed segments. It's the podcast stripped of the stories and the jokes, just the gambling basics. This serves as a review for Inner Circle and Excelsior Brigade members of the squad, or as an introduction for those just joining. In this segment, I'm discussing progressive wagering techniques. By the end, you'll understand the strengths and the mathematical traps of this progressive approach. Gambling can be fun and a profitable side hustle. I've documented that for years, but it's also a discipline. Don't use a dime of money you cannot afford to lose, and if you need help, find help. One of the core concepts of Casino Kombat is mastering a wagering strategy that includes both progressive and regressive components. In the last segment, we talked about finding games with the lowest possible house advantage. The goal is to win over the long game, the yearly EV, so playing where you have the best math possible is vital. Baccarat and Blackjack, played correctly, are essentially coin flips. If you bet $1 on heads forever, the most likely outcome is that you will stop when you have $1 extra. Most civilians realize this quickly. If you want to walk away with more than one unit, you have to change your wager size during a gambling session. Now, some people bet based on feelings or how much cash they have left on the table. Some bet larger after they lose, that's regressive, and others bet larger when they win, that's progressive. Progressive wagering is today's focus, increasing your bet after a win to finish the session up more than a single unit. So let me show you a basic progression. You place a $10 bet. If you win, the next bet is $20. Win again, it's $30. You keep adding $10 until you lose a hand. After a loss, you reset to $10 and start to climb once again. It's simple, but it has flaws. The rebound problem. A progression doesn't recover from multiple losses unless you hit a similar amount of wins. If you lose 4 $10 wagers, you're down $40. Even if you win the next two, a $10 wager and a $20 wager, one loss at the $30 level puts you right back down $40. It offers no solution for variance in losing streaks. Then we have what you could call the treadmill effect. If the game delivers the correct 50-50 results, you win, you lose, you win, you lose. It's what the math says should happen. You're actually losing money. Walk through it. You bet $10, you win. So you bet $20 and you lose. You're down $10 despite winning half of your hands, the amount of hands you should win. To fix this, don't start your progression after only one win. If you wait until you've won 2 hands, for jumping from $10 to $20, a loss on that third hand just brings you back to even. Better yet, wait for 2 wins, then increase by only half a unit to $15 and then add $5 after each subsequent win. If you lose the $15 bet, you still locked in a $10 profit for that sequence. In Blackjack, a $10 bet can quickly become $50 by way of doubles and splits of your original hand. If you've progressed your base bet up to $50, that same double split scenario now requires $250, likely more than your original buy-in. If you lose that monster hand, your session bankroll is likely ruined. When playing Blackjack, I recommend limiting your increases to a predetermined amount. I always use 2.5 times my original wager. In my play, I'll hit that cap and then lock it in at 2 times or 2.5 times the original wager for the rest of that winning streak. This protects the bankroll from one bad split destroying your entire session. Progressive wagering is a tool, but there are other ways to manage the transaction. In the next segment of Boot Kamp, I'll teach you regressive wagering, and after that, we'll combine them and I'll show you a simple unified systems that I've used for years. Join the squad, like, subscribe, and share, and keep learning the math. Thanks for listening to Boot Kamp.